We found the pirate.
Wood.
These are his
diamond
remains.
blocks, gems, lapis. Chapter 20.
Oh, the final chapter.
We gotta read chapter 20. Hang on. We gotta read chapter 20.
Whoa, Ted!
What?
Stuff just happened up here.
What? What just happened?
Like glass bottles broke and things went clang, clang, clang. Like right on the remains of the pirate. What are these interesting diagonal things here?
Okay, hold on. What does this say? Chapter 20. Forgive my writing. Mimir has run for help. It is too late. I saved him from zombified piglins. Mine injuries are too severe. I'm sorry. When you return, I will be gone. Mimir, take my final message to you. Hid it in my desk.
Oh. Where's his desk? It's the jukebox.
Maybe the final... the final message is the message that we received.
Oh.
That was the last one. So it was like the final...
full circle.
Let's take things out of these chests.
Oh my gosh, netherite scrap. I'm taking that.
We're going to take
netherite ingot. I'm taking that.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Are we going to spawn a wither?
No, not right now. Look at all of this loot, though. Diamond blocks, emerald, iron. Jeez. The redstone is trying to do stuff, but it looks like maybe it broke. Sweet. That was awesome. Let's go on out to the up top side here.
Yeah, what did happen with the... I mean, it dropped it felt like it dropped potions from above.
Hey, help me, please.
She's alive!
I knew it!
Hello!
Where is she?
Help! Ted, Peter, I'm at the end of the ship. I'm trying to climb up these vines, but my arm, I fell. It hurt.
What?
Over here.
I'm
Over
looking.
here.
I'm on the wrong...
I see her.
You see her. Oh, there she is.
Help me.
Here.
Take her hand.
There.
God, thank you.
Whew.
That fall almost got me.
Hey, you
Forever
survived.
to swim. I barely got out with my life. Thank you so much for defeating those warlords and defending, well, the Nether. And for, avenging my brother Mimir.
You are welcome.
We liked Mimir. We met him, and he's the one that sent us on this whole quest shortly before his end. And I'm glad that you gave humans a chance.
I did. Well, he did. So I just followed his example, and I'm glad that I did.
And I have to say, your mom's axe is fantastic.
Oh, thanks. Can I have my parents' weapons back? I'll
Absolutely.
put them together with Mimir's boots in the place of honor. So what was the treasure?
There was a dead skeleton body with a whole bunch of other goodies.
Is that Cassius? Captain Cassius?
Yes, it must be. The pirate captain himself.
What was the weapon that they were after?
Oh.
Maybe the wither. Oh, it's gone.
I took it.
That is so dangerous.
Yeah.
Please promise me you guys will never activate it and only protect it. Those things are horrible.
Yes, we would never put that
control them
together.
unless you're truly evil.
Yeah. That would be bad.
That would be bad for the Nether.
So I can trust you to keep that weapon safe?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we should split it up. We could each take a wither skull.
That's a great idea. Then it can never be assembled.
Great.
All right, I got one.
Yeah.
And I'll put this in a very safe place.
And I'll put mine on my head.
And I'll throw the soul sand into the lava. So.
Well, guys, this seems like the end of your adventure. And it sounds like you guys were successful in your adventure.
It was quite the adventure.
Yeah, feel free to come back to the village anytime.
Well, thank you. It was great meeting you.
And we can visit and
10% discount?
Yeah, 10% discount.
Yes. We earned a 10% discount. That was the real discount we earned along the way.
In the basement.
Welcome back to The Basement, the friendliest place on YouTube. Recently, we finished up the Quest of Captain Cassius, the legend of Captain Cassius.
That's right.
And that was super, super fun. But we are here with the creators, actually, some of the team, but kind of the brain mamas,
The honchos
of the entire build of that adventure. And we're going to kind of do a fly around and look at all the builds and ask questions and learn maybe some things that we didn't see, that maybe we missed as we go. So we're joined today by Amelia Pond. Amelia, say hi to everybody. Hello? I don't hear you. Oh, there you are.
Uh-oh.
There, we can hear you now. Good, cool. And Merlin.
What's up?
Hey. I just found out that it's pronounced Ruby Merlin, not RWBY Merlin.
I actually saw something about RWBY on the old internet, and I was like, oh, yeah, what is that?
It's
and then
an
I looked it
anime.
up, and it is pronounced Ruby. So
Cool.
I learned that recently as well.
Everyone, all the basement dwellers should watch it. It's such a good show.
That's what I hear.
I hear it's like right up there with Avatar. It's like that good, Avatar: The
Yeah.
Last Airbender. All right, well, hey, how about you guys lead the way and stop when you think we need to look at something interesting? So,
Okie
Okay.
well, first of all, what I want to say before we leave here is that this was all like recreated. So
Yeah, you may notice that we're in creative right now, but
Right.
this is the second realm.
yeah, this is a second realm that they were able to then go into creative and build
We did
stuff.
ours in survival.
When my son Micah was editing some of the videos, he's like, "Oh my gosh, they gathered that much netherite," and I was like, "They didn't do it in survival," and I was like, "Oh, okay," because there's some like netherite blocks and stuff.
No.
Oh gosh, no.
But yeah, lead the way.
the-
Take us on an adventure, another adventure behind the scenes.
We're going on an adventure. We
don't know what's in store. Going out the closet and they're headed out the door. You guys know what that's from?
So which? No.
It's from a kids show called Zaboomafoo. I used to watch that show all the time.
That was after me then, because I don't know what that is. I must have escaped that one.
Which one of you has the one ring? Because if we're going on an adventure, we kind of need it.
Oh, yeah.
We have to
I have a
destroy
We gotta
golden
drop
apple
it in. We
or
can
an
just drop it
enchanted
here.
apple.
Here we go.
That's a
That
snowball.
works.
Oh.
It's a snowball.
So this is where kind of like the new build stuff started.
Yeah, here's our first island.
Yes. This was I think.
Yeah. I think I
Was
made
this the first thing built? No. The first thing built was
No.
the bridge.
It is the first
Yeah,
thing we saw.
Yes,
That
this
Ted
was
and
the
I
first
saw
thing
it.
you saw.
And Peter really
Yeah.
loved these mushroom glowies.
I did. I loved sort of the soft,
think
warm
this was
glow
supposed
of
to be-
those, and then the more harsh, like fluorescent glow of this. It was a good. I wouldn't expect it to go good together, but I ended up liking it.
Fantastic juxtaposition.
Precisely.
Yeah, Merlin created this little island here.
Yeah, I think you did. Did you do the sea lantern ones, or did you just
I did.
decide we needed the sea lantern ones?
Yeah, I added the
don't
sea
remember.
lantern ones because I thought it needed
That was,
something
months
else.
ago.
And
Yeah.
that's peeled nether wood, isn't
Right.
it?
Yes,
I haven't seen that
nether
before.
wart. Yes.
Warped wood.
Yeah, the warped wood.
We stripped it.
Yep.
That's
And
cool.
I like the idea of the bluegrass on the red, and that just to me I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this contrast is great.
It's a
Aaron
nice
Hansen
touch.
would love the contrast between this grass and this ground.
Aaron from Game Grumps?
Yeah.
I don't know his last name.
It just pops.
I mean, now I know his last name, but I didn't before.
Okay.
Ooh.
Pops like Castlevania 1. Then we have our wonderful bridge. It was so fun to walk across the top of this, Ted and I, in survival, and then see it later from the
Yes.
side
Yeah,
and realize
from
that
over
there
here.
were just
Yeah.
oodles of portal.
Oodles of noodles.
This
No, it
is
was
my creation here.
it was super smart
Yes.
to like have us veer off onto the library so that we could see it. You know?
that was the purpose of that little area.
Oh yeah, I was hoping that was intentional because that was really, really smart.
Yeah, I wanted you guys to come over here and see. I mean, there was nothing here to do, which I know was a missed opportunity, but we couldn't do anymore. But
It's all right. I had
we
I had
wanted you
this
to be
like
able to.
feeling that Peter was on a wild goose chase, looking on the roof and stuff. So I
Yeah.
wrangled him back in.
Yeah, we did come over here, and it was really fun to see the sea. Oh, what are these called? The ocean monument blocks
The prismarine.
in the nether, and the
Yes.
purpur too. Very cool.
Way to
Whoops.
break some of the paper.
What'd you break?
I challenged myself to use some blocks that people think are gross and make them look beautiful. So purpur is something
Whoops.
people hate, and diorite people hate, but I
I
made them
did
look
say
good.
at one point, this is the best use of diorite I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love this little mushroom guy. He looks like he's a Smurf hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Smurf
Papa
hat.
Smurf's hat.
Oh, it does.
It's a Smurf hat.
It's like Papa Smurf just turned into a
Totally
skeleton.
does.
Underneath.
Ooh, the gas died spontaneously, but not so spontaneously. Is that a command block?
Yeah.
Very
That's
smart.
a Merlin
Like,
thing.
a ton of command blocks everywhere.
Well, it takes
It took me,
some
like, an
wizardry, I
entire
guess,
afternoon.
right?
Yeah.
And
It took like
hence
an
Merlin.
entire afternoon, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the longest time we didn't know we were going to make that work
Yeah,
because
I
and we
didn't
were
know if I
so
could.
worried about it because
It would just
if we
wreck all your
couldn't-
stuff.
well, yeah, they would have blown up
Yeah.
all of our stuff, but we had a mechanic where you guys had to have food, but if we kept you in like peaceful mode, you wouldn't have needed food, so that whole buying food and villagers and stuff was going to be, so it was going to take away an element of the game, and we didn't want that. So
That was smart to do that. The only
Yeah,
the only
so we
good
had-
gas is a dead gas, or bad
That's
gas is
true.
a live gas.
bad gas.
They're from Afghanistan. So dumb.
The only good gas is a gas tier.
That's true.
And they blow up too. That's funny.
Just so
joke.
you know, Peter is
Yeah.
like leaving junk all over. I know
I
you might
love
not.
this tall library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with this, and I don't even know why I built it like
Ooh.
this, because nowhere else does any of it look like this. I just kept going.
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of like it was,
Weird
it was
things in my
Mimir's.
inventory.
It was Mimir's area, like
It
his
was
own
his
little-
library.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the Aladdin. And then this
Cool.
over here just looks like a villager. When I made it, that was not my intention.
I
But
think
when
it
I-
looked like Darth Vader.
And then when I pull back, I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, it does kind of with smoky eyes.
Yeah, it's to me it
Stop
looks
village.
like a red Darth Vader.
I think it looks like a villager.
I
With their
didn't
stupid nose.
see a face in it at all when I looked. I just thought it was super super cool looking, and it was really smart to like show us stuff that we couldn't get to yet,
Ooh.
and then
yeah,
to
like
take
the
us on the
mine.
other side of it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't get that out of my head now. That's totally a villager.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
It was genius to have them make those noises.
It was.
They're just so fun to imitate.
These giant lanterns.
Yeah.
That was
Yes.
genius.
Oh,
turn
thank
around to-
you.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and the chains too. You pointed it out
always-
right away. You're like, these chains.
Yeah, these
Very
took me
expensive
so long to do.
I bet.
Yeah.
And that's netherite
Yeah,
block,
they
right?
did.
Yeah.
And they're all intentionally different on purpose because I wanted it to look like each one was
Yeah.
done, at a, I didn't want it to look too matchy, like it was unreal.
Oh
all this
yeah,
was
I don't
unreal,
think I
of
had
course,
noticed
but,
consciously that they're all different, but
That's cool. I totally
Yeah.
want to like use these in builds. Micah, when he was watching the first episode again, like editing it, he was like, "Dude, I'm so inspired to build stuff from this."
yeah,
like
the building is
the bridge.
awesome.
These
It makes
lanterns.
maybe in like the new cave generation that's going to be going on in the next update. Big, maybe not this big, but big chains and lanterns will be a possibility.
That'd be so
Yeah, that
cool.
would be, yeah.
Because trying to
Yeah.
build this in
Well,
the Nether with
Netherite
guests
blocks,
would
so
not be great.
Yeah, and Peter, I noticed you liked my nether, my weeping nether stuff.
Oh, the weeping
trees.
nether trees. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yep. And the combination of those with the end rods, I really like the end rods as like tree trunks.
Yes. So this
Dragon
is
City.
why I built these, is because we were trying at the beginning to find a way for you guys to walk around, because this is before we knew gas could be taken care of. So we were trying to find ways for you guys to have cover.
Oh, yeah.
And this was a canopy of cover. They can't really break this as easy. And so that was my thought process with these. And it turned out great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love that
It was
the
all about protecting you
necessity
guys.
created
The creativity.
the inspiration,
Yeah.
but then it just ended up being aesthetically pleasing
Decoration, yeah.
of its own sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the brainchild of these. That's where they came from. Is all actually the whole bridge were done that way to try to protect you guys. And then we found out we don't even need them.
Don't you dare.
I don't have any soul
Do it
sand.
real quick.
Oh
he's
my
fine.
gosh, like spawn a wither right now. Oh,
Don't make me take away your permissions, Peter.
you spawn a wither and then
I'm sorry.
he puts you in survival mode.
Sorry.
Oh no, I can just take away your ability to place blocks.
That might be a good idea.
We'll leave it for now, just for the fun of it.
Okay.
So
And this is
I gotta
Merlin's
say
bridge here.
now, because this is one of the
Yes.
spots where we found one of the journals. That the journal
Oh, yeah.
stuff, like the story and everything, like
That really made it cool.
yeah, was so
She,
good.
of course, did the most
Yes.
of the story.
She.
He
Yes.
definitely came and conquered that.
Did he
gave
write
him
a lot of the
idea.
dialogue too?
Yes, the script was Chi. Of course,
Cool.
we all had a
edited it.
say in it. Me and Merlin, we had the editing and it was like a production. Really, we'd have meetings and edit the script and try things out and discuss what would work and what wouldn't, what made sense and what didn't. I can't tell you how many times things changed,
Right.
Yeah.
but yeah, he's the brainchild behind the script for sure.
I like the way that
You
a wither skeleton skull looks like it looks like a little person on top of an anvil.
It does. It looks like a little bird. That's a good. It does.
And on top of the dragon egg, it's like a little baby.
Wrapped up in a...
Yeah, wrapped up
It
in
actually
a
looks like a tombstone.
Oh, it does.
The one with the one with the anvil looks like a tombstone.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Yeah, Chi is our very own basement author, though. He's seems to be
Yeah,
a prolific
well,
writer and
that's
quite
why
good at it
that's-
too.
That's why I recruited him.
Yeah,
Smart move.
yeah.
He was my first recruit. Lucas was next, and then Ashes was
Yeah.
last.
Lucas is such a good bad guy.
Oh, his voice
Or should
was
I say
perfect.
Lucius?
Yeah, he was
Lucius
great.
the pie guy.
That's right.
Okay,
He did a great job.
The die guy.
So this bridge,
Yes.
besides
This is
the
Merlin's.
bottom pillars, were mine.
Ooh, I didn't even see this.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Those
I
are
did
cool.
the archways, and he did the bridge on top.
Yeah,
so this was a
and-
collaborative effort here.
Mine, I decided to start with, what was it? The
Red and the black.
the blackstone brick block, and
Yep.
then slowly transition to polished blackstone, and then I went to blackstone, and then I went to stone brick. Like, I slowly transitioned through them all,
Sure.
and I switched the glass color as I went.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah,
so
it's
I
like
just
sort of
mirrored
like
him
forever.
here at the
Yeah,
bottom.
it's neat to have
Yeah.
like a palette, right? But of a lot
Yeah.
of different blocks. And I love that these are fences here. So there's just a little bit of texture.
yeah.
And I
And I
tried to
love this
slowly
like the
transition
partially
it.
see-through glass of different foggy colors that creates a lot of different effects.
Yes. It took me a while to get right.
Dude, look at these two bridges. Look at this cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some cool angles that you just can't get when you're walking around on the ground.
Oh yeah.
This is
yeah,
sweet.
this
For sure.
this was definitely built while floating around.
Yeah.
I'll bet we
Just
saw
walk
both of
around it.
these at one point when we were standing down here.
We were probably just focused on
Yeah, the
looking for
story.
chests and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, look at
Down
how this
there,
is like
yeah.
a gradient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so dark
Yeah,
here,
It took me so long.
and then there's such a small amount of red here.
yeah.
It's very cool. Gosh, it makes me wonder if you could do like a gradient behind Nether portal. Because it is see-through,
you
right? So
probably
you could
could.
put different
Yeah.
colors behind these and end up
You
with
could.
different effects. This is
Ooh.
inspiring me to build.
Oh,
Whoops.
Good job, Peter.
Yeah. You just
Yep, you're gonna teleport as soon as you touch a portal when you're in creative.
That's right. It is instantaneous. Whoop. Am I not in?
Oh, hello.
There we go.
you are. You're just failing.
Good job, Peter.
How
Yeah,
much
I
ti-
forget
I
that you
feel like-
can't pass through the way
Peter,
you can in
how
survival.
much time have you spent in creative, do you think?
Some. I've done some building in creative to like test things out, but it's been a while.
Yeah, I think maybe I've spent 1 hour.
Why is this spawning?
Yeah,
You
I've
should
probably
not be
spent more
spawning.
than that. Oh, that
Yeah, this was-
that was in the overworld. I think it spawned and escaped through the portal. I saw him in the overworld.
Oh wow, that's
So-
crazy.
so
That's
we
funny.
followed
He's
you
like, I
back
just want to
through.
go
He should
home.
be spawning here because I'm pretty sure I have command blocks over here.
Well, do they
Yeah.
do they die instantly though? Because I think he may
Well,
have
I think that-
spawned like on the obsidian in the portal and just immediately gone
Yeah.
to the overworld and
okay.
not died.
Yeah, I don't think the command block
Maybe.
had noticed him yet.
And then
That
because
could
when I
be.
went through, I saw him there.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate not having to deal with magma
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
cubes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ted's,
those things are my nemesis.
Ted's greatest
They kill
enemy
me
was me
all the time.
opening trapdoors on the next bridge.
Well, doing the quest was the first time I ever really got into creative.
I've played in creative enough, just messing around, but I've also been
And then we
playing
have-
for years and years.
Yeah, yeah. So, if you guys have any like questions for us or anything, where did y'all go?
Did
Y'all
we?
so-
I feel
Oh,
like
there you
maybe
go.
we missed a couple journals.
Oh
can't
yeah, I
remember.
would love to know, or like if we missed any areas.
Oh yeah,
or
that was
anything.
one of my questions. I can send you the full story. If
Please
you guys
do.
Would
That would
like
be
it.
cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I can send you that, and if you guys wanted to
that
read
would
it to the
actually be fun.
dwellers,
I would suppose
because-
Chi probably wrote it in a different software program than Microsoft or than Minecraft.
Yeah, I copy pasted
Yeah.
all of that into Minecraft.
But I can
and
send it
still
to you.
took
Like I can
an
just
hour.
email it to you.
Oh, dude, look at the back of the prison from here. Turn to your right and go up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks cool.
yeah.
Are those banners?
They are.
Yes, they are.
Nice.
Bruce
It creates a
banners?
Nice
So-
bar effect.
You know what these are? These are basically, you know, those big steel like shutters. Those what those are supposed to represent. Like they
Oh.
can just slide them
Oh
over. And
yeah, okay.
Like a big metal heavy shutter to close that up.
I'm hearing
yeah.
like the jail cell closing.
Funny
noise.
story. My husband actually built this as a big brick block. It was just like a brick square building.
Yeah.
So it was a whole family affair.
ugly. Yes,
Yeah.
but and then so I textured it for him. And,
Is he
and made
new?
it
Is he
pretty.
newish at Minecraft?
No, me and him have a world that we play on together. But he's he loves to mine and fight, and I like to do the organizing and the building.
Sure.
There's something for everybody in
then-
Minecraft.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
and then-
makes it fun.
And when I fight, I usually scream, run, and panic, spin in a circle, and die.
Yep. And when he builds brick blocks.
Yes,
That's like me. My buildings are all like the ugliest
he
thing
tries.
ever.
He does a good job.
So I have a
just-
question.
yeah.
When we came here, were we supposed to just either try, because one of these is plot progression right away, and the other one is a dead end that needs to be opened later. Did you guys have an idea of what we would do first? And then did we end up doing that, or did we do it the way
Yes.
you did not anticipate?
You did exactly what you wanted. We wanted you to come here.
Yeah.
This was supposed to trigger you to when you found those wooden pickaxes. You were supposed to remember that you needed to come here with mining tools.
Right.
to get
Yeah.
through.
So this felt very Legend of Zelda, right? Like, oh, I can't go through here
Yes.
now, but I'll be able to later.
Look, our
Exactly.
hole's still
That's
there.
the
Yeah.
exact
We
feel.
made that.
Also, I'm super proud of how I got this sign here.
Yeah.
So I actually
the
have a
entire
question. So we kind of discussed very, very loosely about maybe doing a part 2. If we were to do that, what would be on your wish list for
Ooh.
if like what you would have liked to see?
Blocks. Well, I mean, story driven is
That was
high
super
on the
fun.
list, right? So I think it would probably be easier to answer things that were done in part 1 that we would want to happen again than it would be to necessarily come up with stuff that would be new that we would want. I don't know.
More like crafting challenge with like a timer. That was fun
Oh yeah.
and scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. More,
Oh, yeah.
More crafting challenges.
And obviously more amazing
Okay.
builds.
right. Of
Oh, yeah.
course.
It's so much fun to discover.
Yes. Oh, there's so much more to discover that I don't think you guys actually really got
Yeah,
to see
I
because you
don't
were
think
on
you
the
saw everything.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Like over here, just in like, well, we don't even have to come over here first, but over here, this here, I really wanted it to be like an oh my goodness moment, like what kind of,
I mean, it was.
It certainly
Thing
was.
is all mine.
With these
because
This
floaties
is mine.
and the spiral
Yeah.
tower.
Don't touch mine.
the end crystals.
Yeah, this was a super cool build. So who is kind of the main idea builder of this?
That was all me.
Nice, dude. It's really
Amelia
beautiful.
added a few little touches here and there, but
I did this
majority
tower
of it
on
was
top
me.
here.
Oh, the spiral guy?
Yeah, the tower on top is me.
Okay.
But I think I had the idea for it, and you just brought it into existence,
Went and did it.
right?
Sure.
Or,
Sure.
I honestly do not remember. It's been so long since
It's actually
we
me. I
designed
sent you pictures of the tower.
Oh,
and told
yes,
you what
you
I
did.
wanted.
It's a great use of the terracotta.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I actually did this part down here.
Were these
Because I redid the bridge.
the end fruit plants grown or built?
He built those.
Yeah, I had to hand do them, and they are a pain in the butt to do.
I was
wouldn't-
gonna say
they
they look
misplaced.
fairly
Some won't-
organic, and it
break,
must have been a
most
lot
of
of
them.
work if you weren't able to like
some
grow
of-
it.
Yeah, some of them grew organically. Like I think this one might have. But some wouldn't grow at all, and I don't know what the reasons are. So he actually had to build the ones here in the front because they wouldn't.
Wow.
Hey, Dirtblacks.
They were just not working out. But the ones in the back grew on their own.
You're
like
about
these
to
big ones that
See
are back
one of our
here.
command blocks too, if you come down here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I saw one under
I
the
kind of
different
hit
bridge,
them,
but
yeah.
these dirt blocks are hilarious to me.
They're just like, don't look behind the.
Oh, and there's some
Why are
Yep,
there
some
dirt blocks here?
mycelium. Is that what
Yeah.
it's called?
No, it's your
Yes,
celium.
mycelium. That's right here. The mycelium is right here.
Yep. Yeah, it's under here.
I thought it went. I
Oh,
thought it
you
went
can see
really
it.
well.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
this is it.
terracotta.
Boy, I did not notice
Mm-hmm.
that that's what that was.
That is cool. What a clever
Yeah.
use of mycelium. It's so ugly normally.
Yeah, as a floor,
Yeah.
as a partial floor somewhere. It is kind of
Yeah.
barfy looking.
Especially if you want it to look spooky, because it does that little bubble thing. So, I mean, it definitely makes it give you that spooky kind of feel. And that's what we wanted from this build
Oh, yeah,
here
I never
when
noticed it
Merlin
had a
conceived
particle
it.
effect.
Yeah, they do.
Oh gosh, just some of the care and attention to detail happening here that we, sort of just absorbed and ran past while we were, doing the story. It's
Well,
so
that's why we
neat to
wanted to
see. I'm
have
really
this.
glad that we're doing a behind
Yeah.
the scenes and sort of getting a picture for some of this stuff here.
Like, Merlin did the fog here. This this was a job.
It was.
The fog?
The fog effect.
Yes,
Yeah, the fog
The
effect in the
maze
glass.
and the fog on the bottom.
Yeah.
This
It
was a really cool
We
maze.
definitely did look down a lot. I know I did. We were capturing Ted's screen, but I liked how it feels like parallax scrolling, the way the deeper levels scroll slower.
Yeah.
Of course, it's just actual 3D rendering, but it's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know
definitely
how
cool
I don't know
build.
how you would
With that.
necessarily do this, but in a part 2, like more
Go through the
puzzle solving would be really
paint
fun.
Okay.
But I don't know how you would
More-
necessarily do that. Maybe I suppose redstone and switches and things like that. But
Yeah, that was Ashes was our redstone tech.
cool.
Yes, he
Yeah, it's good to have. Boy, did you guys
Mm-hmm.
pick the biomes in the Nether intentionally so that you would have the just
Yes.
default particle effects the way that you wanted them to for the different builds?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Boy,
That's
that would
smart.
take some thinking too. Like, okay, they need to walk, this is how far the bridge needs to be and this is where it needs to turn so that as soon as they enter this area, right, we're out of the, because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
none here. And this is just, whoops, disconnected from server.
He's going to reconnect to server.
I don't know why that happened. Can
Looks
you
like we completely got disconnected from internet.
Oh, are we still recording?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it'll be fine.
Do you want you've got the Discord window right there. That's kind of great. Hey, 9:15. Maybe that's why.
It's when everything in the internet breaks.
Well, I'm glad this happened tonight and not a couple Saturdays ago to us. Hello?
Hello. I don't know why our internet just stopped, but we're good. Everything's
It's
fine.
okay. We're good.
Where'd you lose us?
I was
What
just
did we-
saying that this biome here is like the nether waste, and so I don't see any of the particle effects.
Yes.
And so this is like exactly right that we would turn the corner here,
And now it's snowing.
and then
ashes.
it's like snowing.
Yes.
Yes.
That was intentional, but because the bridge was skinnier and came around over here and wrapped around. It didn't open up like this. And then Merlin and I talked about it, and we both decided that this build needed a better, grander entrance than a tiny little bridge. And you couldn't see it when you turned the corner. You had to really just kind of jump and look through this glass. So pretty much last minute, this part of the
way
bridge
that you
was
made it a
built.
grand entrance totally worked.
Did we end an episode like right here?
We might have. I know we ended
I
an
don't
episode
know.
right before, like when we saw Bowser face.
I think
later on.
you got up or something and went and used the bathroom, or I don't know what you did, but I was like, holy smokes. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amelia, I think you were
Yeah,
asking
this-
me about, so what do you think of this place? I was going, crazy.
Yeah. And this one was fun because I was standing like up here,
Oh, watching? Yeah.
watching your name tags.
Now, were you
Roll
following
around.
us around invisibly the entire time, Merlin?
No, that was Ashes.
That was Ashes.
She and Ashes. She was there for like any behind the scenes work that needed to be done.
We were
Yeah, he
followed
was-
the whole
yeah.
time.
Yes.
Footprints in the sand.
Yep. He was to make sure that if there was something like, let's say an Enderman, because during the test, Enderman took some stairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
sure.
We
I can't
had holes
imagine
in-
like the rough draft versus final polish process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of that. But yeah, the inside of this fortress here was Merlin, the maze, the all
Or
of
he
it.
doesn't.
Yeah, that was
I
that was
said he
Merlin.
doesn't blow up. I lit him on fire. I can English.
I promise.
Ooh, he card reads good.
Promise. Yeah.
It was like, what? I don't understand what's
college.
going on.
So this was pretty crazy to try to get through. This stumped us for a good while.
Oh yeah.
It was a good maze.
It is a good
stumped me when
maze.
I was making it. After I got the ceiling in and I was trying to put the chests in and stuff, I was like, I'm just gonna fly up here and go to where I need to go.
Yeah,
it's
it's too hard to navigate otherwise.
Yeah. Because I didn't really like make a map of it.
Peter with his follow the wall with one hand trick.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing that right now.
No, I'm
It's
just saying
all fun
when
and
you were
games
doing
until
it.
you find
Yeah.
a wall master.
I mean, it works, but if you follow the wrong wall, you will go through the entirety of the maze, every dead end, everything.
That's true.
So after you guys heard we were doing like a quest thing, what were your expectations? Like, what were you guys thinking? I know you had to talk about it, right?
Ugh. Man, I don't
trying to
know.
be your
Like,
little fly
I
on the
knew
wall.
that you guys who were involved, it was going to not be something lame. Like, I was like, this is going to be really cool. And I know that it's going to have a lot of thought put into it. So I was really excited about it. I was a little nervous that it was going to be like a D&D campaign where it's like, you get started, then you realize this is going to be 20 hours long. But I mean, that wouldn't have been an issue other than the fact that would have been hard to like get everybody's schedules to line up over the course of 5 months of recording. And
Sure.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah.
It was, for anyone who doesn't know, we did it in a single day, which was great.
Yes.
I think my expectations, I felt like I started thinking about it, and I actually pictured something a little bit like this. I knew she was involved. I knew it'd be story driven, and I figured there'd be builds and obstacles and maybe a battle. But I did not picture it on this scale, and I did not realize that the builds would be the quality that they are.
I wasn't expecting any battles, actually. I thought it was going to be just like
Yeah.
I didn't
And
know
I
there were
didn't
going to
wanna-
be characters, so it was such a cool surprise.
Right. And I didn't want to overthink it either, because I thought if I think about it too much, I may come up with some expectations that aren't met. So after I'd thought about it a little bit, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to be totally surprised. I'm going to kind of put it out of my mind, and then when it's time to go, I'll just react to
Yeah,
it.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
and that was
Cool.
worth it.
So,
This
so
is
do you
cool.
guys feel like the expectations were met then? I
Oh,
guess.
absolutely.
Exceeded.
Exceeded for sure.
Yay.
Yeah.
No, it was
I'm
really,
headed to
really
the
cool.
village.
Okay.
If anyone wants to follow.
Yeah. Are we?
Yeah, let's move on. Let's go
Yeah.
check out some. I want to go see the ship and the village and all
Oh
that
my
stuff
gosh,
again.
the ship.
It was so cool.
Well, what about our other?
Well, the other bridge is on the way.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
the other bridge is right over here. This
going-
bridge was actually the very first thing I built, and it took me about 8 hours.
I was gonna say there's so many different textures here.
Yes, and if you
Peter
come
with all the
under, I mean, I even
trapdoors.
put, I mean, you never would even know this was here, but I've got all of this stuff underneath the bridge. I wanted it to look like the thing had been blown up and rebuilt, because this is a world where ghasts live.
It did feel very like
Patchworky?
chunked together.
Yeah. But like on purpose.
That was-
Right.
Yeah, and
Like
And
it
that's
had been
what
a
I
struggle
wanted.
of an entire civilization to get this thing to
The
be.
life of a piglin.
do what?
Life as a piglin is a struggle. That's just
That's
the
right.
life of a piglin.
Mhm.
Referencing one
So-
of my Easter eggs.
I have a story about the ship. When we
long
rounded
bridge.
the corner into this area here,
Mhm.
and Merle and I like glided towards this direction, there was a netherrack island that was in this basic shape.
Really?
what?
Yes.
So you're like, well,
I-
we'll just replace all the.
I surrounded it in this acacia and then just built everything else after that. I gutted it and then textured it and then just kept going and turned it into
Whoa.
what you see.
These
That's great.
andesite
Was that before you
fences
knew
on the
you were going to
outs-
have a ship, or was that like where the ship idea came from?
The ship idea actually came from my son. When I showed him the TARDIS that I built you guys,
Yeah.
and then I explained to him what you guys were doing, which was the death block that I had thought about in Discord just randomly one day. He's like, well, why don't you do a treasure ship since you guys are giving them prizes and stuff? And I'm like on the Goonies? And he goes, well, yeah, sure. And then it turned into this.
Yeah,
Cool.
it does feel very
started
Goonies-ish.
from
I had that
Goonies.
thought, and I love this broken
The broken
end
ship.
of the ship.
Yep. And like
Yeah,
I don't
actually,
know
if
how
you
that
look
could
straight
possibly be
down-
done any better. The way that the lengths of these logs here, it's just
Yeah.
believable.
Yeah. Yeah. The mast
She's
broke
a very
and
long
fell.
time.
If you can see,
Yep.
the mast is
Yep.
straight down here, and here's pieces of it. The outline here is the ship's tip. You can see where it burnt up,
Oh, look down.
and then
look
it
down.
comes back down this
No,
way.
no, the other side. The other side.
Oh, the part that broke off.
You can. Oh,
Yeah.
there are bits of the ship down there. That's what it is.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
so
And
cool.
there's charred bits
And
too.
this is really hard to do, by the way.
the flames underneath the carpet.
I'm still not sure how you
Yes,
did that.
this is super hard and frustrating.
Yeah, we saw it later on too, and you can actually you're out of the hitbox of the pain of the fire
Yes.
in survival even. Where did we see that? Later on, we saw it. It's really
It's
cool
in
looking.
Lucius's temple.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where.
But yeah, this is difficult to lay. It, especially since it's black carpet, it's a nightmare, but so rewarding when you pull it off.
This is
still don't
really
know how
cool.
you
I'm
did
glad
that.
that you pointed this out because I'm not sure that we noticed this during, but the broken
The bits of the ship. Yeah.
mast and the nose
Yeah,
of
this
the
is
ship.
where it
Yeah.
broke.
Yeah. Huh.
And this is his patchwork. It was all of the trying to make it where he can live in it. So he patched it up.
Right.
You can see where the stress of the ship.
Yeah, and he
cracked
wrote about
here.
that in his
In one of his
one
journals.
of his journals. Yeah, he said that he had to make do. He had to find materials and patch things up. And Ted, I think you pointed that out because there's some
withered
the
rose.
fence here is like nether wood,
Yep.
crimson
Yeah.
forest, and warped forest.
Oh, it was so cool. I didn't make the connection about the withered rose, like the wither. I didn't make the wither connection at all
Yeah.
until like,
Yay! Did you guys see my bunk beds?
huh? Bunk bed.
Yeah, right here. This is where the crew used to sleep.
Oh, with the chains.
That's so cute. The crew.
Oh, that is cool. I saw the carpet and I didn't make sense of it in my brain and I just moved on. I love that these are their beds.
Yeah, that's where they used to sleep.
So there are only 3 members of the crew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
are there any like other
Okay.
bones or remains? Because that would have been cool.
Well, they
all
well in the
died
story.
in
Remember, the
prison.
warlords took his family, his crew. Before
Oh, that's
he
right. Their
made
bones
it
are
to the
somewhere else.
Nether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They survived initially, right? And then
Some of them did, yeah.
got whisked
Yeah.
away. The chains are smart. I would want to sleep in a bed hanging from chains if I were on a rocking boat, so my bed wouldn't rock all night, but instead it would like stay flat to gravity, you know?
You know what would have been
Right?
funny? I just realized, like, if you guys would have put like a slab of wood down in the lava, and then had like bones on it or something, like Jack and the Titanic,
Oh, never let go.
except in the lava.
That would have been funny. That's a nice little Easter egg.
But you guys had plenty of Easter eggs. I mean, I'm sure you had a ton of ideas that you needed to say, no, we can't do that. It's
Right.
just too much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a lot of those.
What
There
is
was,
your
like, you know,
favorite idea that you didn't do?
I did not. I wanted to make a giant portal above the ship, like the one that the ship came through.
Oh,
But I didn't.
I wanted to perch a dragon right here.
Ooh.
I wanted him to be looking down and snarling, but I had lost. I couldn't do anymore. I had
That would
done
be
so
so
much.
much
No, you
work
wanted to
too.
do
That's
that.
not an easy thing to
I-
build.
No, I had gotten builder's fatigue, but I kept telling, even when we had to like reschedule and we had like a full month of waiting to do it again, I every day had to tell myself, do you want to go on there and make that dragon? You know,
No.
you have the time now.
Yeah,
and it's
I
kind of
did
like once you
mess with the
start, you
portal.
kind of have to finish it a little
Yes.
bit too.
Exactly.
So
that's true.
it's a smart idea because, I mean, in creative endeavors, there's no such thing as completion. There's only deadlines.
Right.
And so you could
Yes.
always
Eventually
put
you have
more
to
on.
stop,
Yeah.
right? But it's not
Yeah,
because
I
it's
had to say,
finished.
yeah, at some point I had to say, I'm good at what we have, and I need to just be okay with that and stop tinkering and stop messing and
Yep.
stop putting this and that and here and there, because otherwise you drive yourself crazy.
I've heard musicians say that a song is never finished, only abandoned. Which sounds
Right.
negative, but really it just means enough's enough. I can't continue tweaking this. I got to start working on something else now.
So here
Freya's
is
house is the second place is the second build we did, and this was completely collaborative between me and Merlin. We just started placing
cool.
blocks, and this is the outcome.
Yes.
Such
I
a
love
cool
this one.
banner.
yeah, that is cool.
Oh,
It's
thank
the-
you.
It's the it's the bricks and the creeper face and a skull and crossbones.
Yeah,
Or a withered skeleton face.
No, it's a creeper
I'm the
face.
banner person.
Oh,
Yes.
See
It's
the
a creeper
frown.
face. It's a creeper skull and bones
I
and
forgot
bricks.
to add that into the credits. Dang it.
do
It's
those
okay.
bricks.
It's not a big deal.
something.
It's okay. But yeah, this was our second build here. We did just
Yes.
Oh, are these
And-
dried kelp blocks?
they
Yes, they
are,
Oh, what a cool idea as a building block.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's dried kelp
I was
and bone
hoping
blocks.
Yeah, I was hoping that some of the builds would inspire others to use unique blocks that they might not think to
We
use
should have-
to
we should have
build
eaten one.
in a build.
It's
Yeah.
like a gingerbread house made out of seaweed.
Made out of dried
I
kelp.
think you might have had a problem with Freya and you start eating her house.
That's true. What are you doing?
That would-
Here,
yeah,
little
that's
children,
my
come
house.
inside the house and I will fatten you up on dried kelp.
And look how these gold blocks are just extra textured because of the gold pressure plates.
Yes.
So
Peter, I
smart.
want you to do something for me. I need you to stand right here in front of this guy and just stare at him for a second.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I
Just stand right there.
completely
Back up a
forgot
little bit. Back up just a little bit.
Oh,
There you go.
It
Did you see-
blinks.
Completely forgot about that.
it's the eyes of the the banner float through. They
Uh-huh.
clip through.
It only
so
only
that
works with
blink is
the
actually the
silver
back of the
one.
helmet.
It only works with the iron helm though. Doesn't work with any of the other ones.
Really?
I discovered that on mine and my husband's realm when we were building. And
That's
I
so
popped those
cool.
in.
The pillager's face is just looking at you.
Yes.
Hello? Oh, good night. I'm sleepy. Dude, I want to
That's one of
look
my
at the
favorite little
village.
tricks.
I loved.
Yeah, let's go do
loved
that.
this
The
village.
village is my favorite.
Ted, remember
The
when
village-
I dared you to jump in here?
Yeah, and I said
Have
that's
you
stupid.
guys seen it over here in float mode, like back like this? Have you just done this? It's awesome.
Whoa.
Oh my!
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
It was a ton of fun to run around in. Hey, we got 2 more Smurf hats up here.
Yeah.
But
I have
we didn't see
mushrooms
it from a
everywhere.
big perspective here. Look at these lights and the fountain in the middle, and there's the clock tower from a distance.
Yes.
So
This
cool.
is probably my favorite view in the entire quest.
And
You know
that's
what?
saying
Yes,
something.
You know what?
Yeah.
What you could do, like in a part 2, is like if you have these like super awesome scenic views, kind of like what you did with the library, have like little bits of the quest take us to a spot where we kind of have to see it.
Right.
Like I feel like Breath of the Wild did a good job of this. Like when you went up the towers, right? Then it would kind of like show you everything.
Right.
Or like in the very beginning when you walk out, they place it like you're obviously it's gonna make you go out here, but the view from that angle was so good. But this is
Yeah.
incredible.
You know what I
My-
could see happening is like a minecart ride.
Ooh,
Where you get in and then you're
Yeah.
not really, there's nothing you can do but just look around while the cart is doing its thing and taking you to the next location.
Like a small world.
Yeah. Like it's a small world.
or like
We
or
do
at the
the
end
next
when you
one
beat the
in
game,
Java,
it
I'm
takes you on a
totally
like you've seen this
doing
track
that.
kind of going throughout different parts, but at the end
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what the credits are.
the credit while the credits roll, you just get to kind of like look through the whole world.
Dude, this is a cool mushroom
Yeah.
here.
So what was y'all's favorite moment?
I gotta say, for me, it was seeing Lucius's temple. Like
Yeah,
it was just like,
that-
oh my gosh! Like everything was great, but that was like breathtaking. Is what that was.
Well, I'm so glad you guys like that. Oh my goodness.
I think
Yes.
mine was probably going down into the captain's quarters because
At the
we were
end?
looking forward to it for so long, and then we got the dragon egg, and I was excited to go get in there. And then when we were in there was just so many treasures and treasure blocks and things. And
What was your favorite treasure?
we were seeing the Captain Cassius's skeleton, I think. Was
Really?
what was so
Awesome.
cool for me because we had the idea that that's what we would see when we got there, right?
Yep, I figured
And
there were
so
new bones.
just like it was Goonies like, like, oh,
Yeah, that's exactly it.
he died in there and his skeleton's still there, and when we get in there it'll be his treasure and his skeleton, and then sure enough it was.
It's One-Eye Willie. That's right.
One-Eyed Willie.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
One-Eyed Willie.
Oh, I know.
I need to watch it with my kiddos.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's a great
little
movie.
bit of an R-rated PG.
Really?
Kind of.
Yeah, there's a guy.
can see
There's
why
a
you'd
guy in
say
the
that.
freezer that was shot, and he falls out like pretty
Oh
early
yeah,
on.
I did forget about that.
And he just flops
Oh,
down.
and then you had the
there's a-
people, going to the bathroom in the toilet,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
pants are down.
I think it was
It's a
before
little side butt.
PG-13 was a rating, and they probably waffled between R and PG for a while, and then for some reason chose
Oh, yeah.
PG.
Well, it's like it's kids. Kids are the main actors, so it's for kids.
right.
Like kind of like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah, also
Didn't
rated
that
PG.
didn't that invent the
I think the
PG-13 rating?
outcry after that was what
Yeah.
forced the MPAA to come up with another rating.
Well, like during the quest, do you guys feel like that we interfered with you guys
No.
too much? Did you want a little bit more of a
No, it was
to
like
work
perfect.
things out kind of thing? Okay, good.
The
it
amount
helps sort of keep us, drive the whole thing forward. Because when
Yeah.
it's not overly linear, we're not necessarily bright enough to piece it all together and find the right way without a little bit of intervention. And it's actually a really convenient way for the story to sort of interject in a way that doesn't feel like it's an interfere. Boy, look at this lava fall.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Where are you guys at now?
We just look in the opposite
I
direction
made-
from the village.
Oh,
Oh.
this one, yeah. I actually created that because I wanted something on this side.
Yeah.
That was a good call.
Yeah,
An
and
actual
just an
build.
easy way to, maybe not easy, but an
Yeah.
effective way to create some nethery atmosphere that's unusual, something you wouldn't see
Yeah.
naturally in the
Yeah.
game.
Well,
But
I
you
can't have
could.
water, so I used lava.
Yeah. Yeah, right. It builds itself.
Yeah.
Because this is,
Oh,
the mayor's house was one of the last things I built in the village, and I don't know what made me think to do this, but I loved it after I finished it.
yes.
Oh, this lava here?
Yes.
Yeah, I
And
think we noticed
and-
this too during the actual recording when we were first going through.
Yeah, we did notice those cool archways.
Yeah, and how it's flowing.
Oh, did you see that command block that's visible kind of a little bit there? Left. Up.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you
Up
go.
here.
Peeking through.
Oh, yeah.
One there.
Peek, hello.
I honestly couldn't tell you where all of my command blocks are.
That's understandable.
As
There's
long as they're
probably done.
doing their thing.
Oh, the school.
Yeah.
Go in the school. Go in the school. I loved the school.
Oh, thank you.
This
I
was
almost
so
made
great.
this
And
a
it was
bank.
so cute to put like the little story stuff with
Oh,
our
yeah.
kids.
And the ABC, I forgot about this.
Peter, that story about Betsy buying you dog food is my favorite story.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Oh, we should have taken
Nobody
the
else remembered that but
Elytra.
me.
I vaguely remembered it, but not enough to say I actually remembered it.
Yep.
And then I got to see Naomi on her birthday, and I got to hear about the orange ice cream and
Yeah.
or cake or whatever. And
Yeah,
I
that
I had to-
dreamsicle
I
cake.
added that too.
Dude, have you had that
Yeah.
dreamsicle cake yet? Peter?
No, but I just listened to the episode where we talked about it, and I was
Dude.
like, I need one of those.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like the best cake ever.
If only the basement
I'm
were
gonna
present
make
in
that
all of the
cake.
classrooms today.
Our children of tomorrow would be much better off.
Bring prayer and basement back to schools.
And the Pledge of Allegiance to the basement. I pledge allegiance
Yeah.
to the basement.
To the basement. One couch under the stairs.
One nation under
Stairs
stairs.
A house under a house.
with coffee and Taco Bell for all.
Hey, there's a basement down here.
Oh yeah, this might have been one of my favorite
Yeah.
times too. Was how the basement really looked like
Oh,
basement.
this is a different
Yeah,
basement.
not this one, but there was the basement
Not
that
this
looked
one.
like
Yeah.
our original recording room.
Also,
I actually have
she
this in
did
one of
not
my.
tell any of us about the basement
Oh,
until you guys found it, and
So
we
it
were
was a
like,
surprise.
wait, what?
That's really cool. This room has such great atmosphere.
It is. It doesn't
I-
feel like you're in the nether.
No.
I
Look, I
especially
made-
like
I
the
made
room with
Birch
the
look good.
cows and the sky.
There.
Yeah, yeah.
We
I was
made
thinking
It was
that
so
too.
funny
You
when
thought
you
of
guys
that.
had that episode. When you guys had that episode and you were talking about doing that, I grinned from ear to ear because I had already built one. And you guys were
Really?
gonna get
That
to
wasn't
see it.
like.
Yeah.
I was wondering if like
No.
they did a thing we said. No, they'd already done it.
We said a thing they did.
right.
Yeah, you said it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
What
But yeah,
does
I
that-
made Birch
pathway.
look good.
They made a pathway for the potatoes.
Uh-oh. Someone trampled those.
Potatoes.
Probably me.
Yeah.
That could have been me.
No, it's been like that. I just never fixed it. I
Oh,
thought
there's
it
a
was
hoe.
funny. I
It was
thought-
probably a
It looked-
piglin, honestly.
Your mom.
Look like I'm walking on the
Yeah,
crops
the
here.
real basement's over here in the inn, in the tavern.
Yeah.
Did you guys like the tavern? That was my
Dude.
crown jewel. I
Oh,
loved
dude,
my
the tavern was
I-
fun. Super.
That was
Like
so
all
fun.
the stuff was great, but yeah, the
Yeah,
tavern was
for
really
all
really
the
cool.
Easter eggs and everything.
Go into the
the
basement
thing.
right away, Peter. I want to see it
Like-
again. I miss it. I miss you're in the basement.
Yes.
When we're billionaires, we're gonna buy that house and just have it, so we can go there whenever we want.
Just turn it into a permanent studio.
No, turn
Yeah!
it into a basement museum so that all the basement dwellers can come see it.
Make it a museum.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like joists and ductwork.
Yeah.
I love that it's a dropped,
Yes.
but not, a textured ceiling.
Yeah, I even have chains holding things up
Yep.
because they were chains holding your stuff up.
I
Not
like how we're
chains,
playing
but
Mortal
ropes and
Kombat
stuff.
or something.
And I
Yeah.
love that
I think
you
that's
guys
Well, I
Street
thought it was
Fighter.
more like
two of
Kung
the
Fu.
games.
You remember that game Kung Fu
Yes.
on Nintendo?
Yes.
That's what I.
That was-
That's what that game is.
That was actually my very first
There's a
NES
bunch of
game.
chapters in here.
Is it? That was my dad's, I think. No,
Yeah.
I think Zelda was, but I can't remember.
I had it before Mario or anything else. Kung Fu.
So just so you guys know, where he's looking in the chest right now, that would be a toilet in the basement.
Oh yeah.
So there was a furnace and that gray wall. Peter had like a little basement toilet behind that gray concrete wall.
Yeah. That's true.
That's funny. So did we drop some goodies in here?
all the chapters.
Reading material for the toilet.
Yeah.
Captain's log.
Chaos
That's right.
Captain's
the captain's log in the basement. But yeah, I've got your coffee and your Joy-Cons and your games. I thought it would be a cute Easter egg.
And right where you guys are standing too, I spilled a giant cup of coffee right where Amelia is right now.
Yeah.
Right on the floor.
We went out and got coffee at like a gas station, and we got back.
Like, super tall ones.
And Ted hadn't even taken a sip yet, I don't think, and just glooshed the whole thing on the floor.
I like I remember that story.
And that's where it happened, right there.
Yep.
Well, Ted, as long as you didn't suck the carpet, we're fine.
No, we didn't do that. We mopped it all up and
Yeah.
smelled like creamer for a long time.
Which is a general improvement over the usual smell of the basement.
Oh. I guess it would smell musky, wouldn't it?
More like just
Us.
BO. We're not stinky people, but when any two grown men sit in a place for 4 hours.
Yeah. It smells like men.
Oh, yeah, I guess it smells like man.
I miss your musk, Peter. Oh, and this is the place where all the different people stayed, and we had the cool little...
Oh, yeah. Well, this might be my favorite part, was all the guest logs.
Yes.
I have two of my favorite parts.
And the guest toilets.
Yeah, I wanted to let the dwellers know that they are thought of and considered and loved and supported.
For sure. Their stories have become, basement stories.
Yeah, it's
So
cool.
they
some
deserve
of
to
the
be
stories
in the
of the
quest.
people have become stories told on, in the commentary by Ted and I when we're playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I wanted to include them as best I can.
I think you did a great job with that. Like, I'm sure people are really pumped that they were included in that too.
Well, they don't know yet.
Ooh.
Yeah, they will.
Oh, really? So
Yeah,
did
until they
did
see
they
the
not write?
episode.
They must not have written those then. Somebody
I
else
did.
wrote.
I wrote all those.
Oh, okay.
I sort of assumed like you'd put it in there, like, hey, write something, we'll put it in the thing.
I wrote the one about Danny because Amelia doesn't know Danny that well.
Now, all of those were
Obviously,
written.
I know Danny pretty well.
Yeah, those
Right.
were written by me. That was my ode to the basement dwellers.
That's cool.
Oh, Danny.
The people that have made me feel so welcome.
Yes.
Such a cool room.
It's cool that you knew enough about them too to be able to write stuff that like tricked me
Pay
into thinking
attention.
they actually wrote it.
Oh yeah.
What's that? Does that have a name?
I don't know.
Break it. Grab it.
Will I destroy it?
It's Pig Step.
Okay. That's good to know. I liked getting my Secret of Evermore record too.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to get that for you for the prize. Maybe we'll get some records. Maybe Lucas will have some.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we can name them. What was it? You got Secret Evermore, and Ted, what did you get?
I carried Super
Did you get
Metroid with me the whole time.
Oh,
Super
that's
Metroid.
right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Metroid.
Oh man,
Yeah, I
I
tried
can't
to
wait
put
till
all of
Metroid
y'all's
Prime 4
favorites.
comes out, but like there's just no news about it at all.
It's like Breath of the Wild 2. They're so mean.
Hey, once we get Breath of the Wild 2
Play all
news,
the
we should play
Metroid
Super
games
Metroid again until
until-
we get Metroid Prime 4 news.
With 2 Joy-Cons?
There you go.
No.
Do it.
Maybe.
I will not.
You're,
But we
It
played
was
that game
patient
forever
for you to
ago, and
do
it would be fun to play it
Do it.
again on the Switch.
Well, I would say if we were
No
going to play
problem.
anything, it would be like Metroid Prime 3.
Yeah.
Like we'd play it through the Metroid Prime games.
Well, you'd have to tell me. We've only played 2 Metroid games on the channel. 1 and Super.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those would be next in line. I mean, unless you count the Game Boy games,
New.
which are good.
Well, Metroid 2 is pretty.
I mean, I was more thinking about like Zero Mission and Metroid Prime or Metroid not Corruption. What's the one? Fusion. Fusion was really good. Yeah, loved Fusion. So what's next? Let's go look at some other stuff. Spark some other conversations, little closet.
Where to next?
You guys
Can
probably
you guys hear me?
Yes.
There you go.
We can hear you.
Sorry. My earbuds temporarily disconnected and I couldn't hear anything.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Technology.
Yep.
So where
Pretty
to
much.
next?
Let's go. We could either do the mines
I don't
or
think we really need to do the bastion.
okay, what about the tree? I love this
Yeah,
tree.
the tree
It actually
will work.
has inspiration.
Yeah.
I want to see if they see it though.
Oh yeah.
Where did you end up? I'm rotating about the clock tower.
We're at the tree.
Yeah. I'll come.
The big tree that you
Over
climbed and went into the top of, and you weren't supposed to.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
To your
And
right.
I
was
actually love that
struggling
you found
to-
a way to break the game. I don't know why
Yeah.
that tickled me. So, but yeah, this is the tree.
The tree had some inspiration.
It did.
Something that's been on the channel a lot.
Oh, is it Deku tree?
Hint,
No.
not quite.
Oh, like one of those creepy trees from Zelda?
Oh,
The ones with the mouths open?
like Labyrinth 1 in the original.
Very good, Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, good job. I didn't see that.
See,
Well, I'm the one that's
See,
played
you
the
could-
game 4 times on the channel. Only once with you, I think.
It's true. And you were beating me with tubes the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, that's super cool. I love that.
yeah, so I had the wooden bridge needed to go in so that it looked, like on the original, and then I wanted it to be, like you walked into the old
Yes.
dying tree in Legend of Zelda, the first one.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, that's
and I
one of
just-
like the
Yeah.
main iconic screens that I remember from my childhood is you cross that bridge and then you're alone with that tree with the open mouth that's big enough for Link to walk in, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize this would be a scary game.
Yeah.
Yes.
These graphics! They're terrifying.
Yes. Also, can I just talk about how long this teeny tiny bridge took me? Because these are campfires.
I noticed
You
they
have
were
to put them
campfires.
out
I
with
hope it
water
came through.
bottles.
I think I said it while we were
You
recording.
did, yeah.
Yes. I had to put them out, and they kept lighting each other as I put them out. Yeah. It
And you
took-
couldn't just pour water
forever.
over the whole thing because it's the
Nope.
nether.
It's probably like trying to lay
Right.
dominoes. And like one falls
Yeah,
over.
it pretty much was.
I didn't think about that, about them relighting each other.
And just placing them, like I had to, I think crouch place them maybe.
I was gonna say, or maybe
God.
you
Yeah.
like made a bridge out of dirt and then put the campfires on top.
I'm not sure what I did.
I think
but
there
yeah.
was something like that there, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think I did use dirt.
And
I
the
want to say I
fence,
used something else other than dirt, though.
the fence
Oh, the
post
fence
walls too look like it took a long time.
It did.
Yeah, that was
It did.
Amelia's edition.
Is this dark
Yes.
oak or spruce? It looks like
I think it's dark oak,
Let
but
me
it could be
see.
spruce. I don't
Dark
know.
oak.
nice.
I pick blocked.
It's officially dark oak.
I cheated.
You're fine. I'm glad you cheated.
Yes.
But yeah, there's a show that we watch on Hermitcraft, and I need to give them props because I don't want to make them feel like that we took this idea from them. The game that you guys played is a game that they created for Halloween this year for their friends that play on this server on Hermitcraft, and they had a timer to craft something, and if they didn't do it in enough time, they actually blew the player up. We didn't do that to you, but that was the
I
was
kind
trick
of
or
wanted-
treat. So
we
you
wanted
walked up to
it
this
first,
thing.
and then we were like, nah.
Yeah, the thing was it was trick or treat. So you walked up to the thing and you hit the button, and you either got a witch with a cookie, and then you got a prize. If the witch didn't show up, you dropped down into this crying obsidian room.
I was just gonna say something. You guys did a great job of making sure that we had enough like health and like respawn points, but I think a little more peril would have been good. Like if we would have died a little bit more. Mm-hmm. That would have been this jumpy thing was the scariest part for sure.
Yeah, I would have liked.
Yeah.
I could say I would enjoy more parkour like this.
Ugh.
Yeah,
The climbing the tower
wasn't-
one I never could get, but
Yeah,
like this is
I
fun
was-
and perilous.
I hate drops.
Yeah, I was in charge of all the parkour, and I was paranoid of making it too hard for you guys
Yeah,
because I didn't know your skill level with it.
right.
So
Yeah, what we didn't want is for you guys to get frustrated and it becomes painful to
yeah.
record.
Yeah. No,
Right.
this kind of thing is like the right amount for me. And that the spiral tower
Yeah.
was a little too tough for me.
Yeah, but like,
And ideally,
I would have
Be
been okay
tougher.
with dying to puzzles, getting blown up if we didn't solve puzzles or, stuff like that. That would have been kind of fun.
Yeah, it would have created some good laughter, I think.
Right.
And while we're over here, come here. You did miss a joke log. Over here.
I want to
Ooh.
read the joke log.
Yes.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Joke
It's
9.
honestly my favorite one.
Oh, no. Okay, read it right now. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how is it the entire... Go to the next page.
Do you know what it is?
Yes, I do. I know. Yeah. Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you
It's the
down.
whole
Yes,
song.
I literally combined the entire song
and
into a
hurt
book.
you. I told him he hid that too well.
Wow, and the
Yeah.
parentheses and like the echoes and everything.
Yes, I did it like exactly how Google told me to.
That must have taken. I hope you had a keyboard.
Yeah, I did. That's
Do
why
that on a
I did
Switch.
all of
Oh,
the
that'd
Typing
be
into the-
painful.
Yeah, I was in charge of translating everything into Minecraft because I had the keyboard.
Nice.
Yeah, have you ever tried to type on Switch? It's awful.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is bad.
Peter does it all the time.
It is the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this sideways chain.
Oh yeah,
It's to show that the lantern fell.
yeah. And fun fact about that:
Gather
side
round, my skull
chains
children.
were not in Bedrock when we started this.
Oh,
They were only in Java until maybe a month or two before the end of the quest.
Wow.
And I was so happy when I knew that we could do that now.
Yeah,
'Cause
for sure.
We were talking about like we wish we could, and yeah,
that's cool. I loved this log. Now, Merlin, you wrote this whole thing, right? With about the piglin's life.
yes, that was all me.
This is the
Yeah.
Church of the Piglins.
I love it.
But he built this a long time ago, and so we
Yeah,
just
and we
wanted to
didn't
make it like
really know what to
a little
do.
breather, not just something extra.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm glad we found it.
and we did end up putting an actual log here, which
Yeah.
you guys found. So
We did
Right.
find that one.
Right.
Yeah,
it
Yep.
had purpose.
that was more obvious.
Yeah, but these kinds of little things are great where it's not everything has to be
Yeah.
purposeful to the, a plot device. Sometimes it can just be
Exactly.
atmosphere. But then it's nice to throw in, a collectible too.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this totally used to be connected, and since it was a death block thing, we wanted to have like it still have that island-y feel.
Sure.
Oh.
Which is why in some areas there's lava that you can't go past, and some areas there's just a 6-block gap.
Yeah, it did basically feel like totally contained.
Yeah, we did still feel like
Yeah.
we were like on islands. That was cool.
We made sure to keep that feel.
Yeah.
Even if some of it's on the mainland, it still felt like death block.
Death block.
Yes.
It's like Skyblock, but in the nether.
Wait, Peter,
That's right.
turn around.
With lava.
Go over. Yeah, go up there. I know this is totally out of bounds. Okay, never mind. Turn around. I was just curious if this was one of the soul sand biomes that I was trying to get us to, but it wasn't. What are you doing?
I don't know. We're just swimming upstream.
Yeah, I'm wondering how many of the patrons have tried to find this, thinking that it's on the realm.
This is well, technically it is just a copy from like 4 months ago.
Yeah, just a different realm.
Probably longer
Yeah, it's just
than
a different
4
realm.
as this comes out.
Oh yeah, I suppose parts of it are there.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to look at next?
I want to progress through. So we got the pickaxes. We went and did the thing. We went up. We got something else from the glass
Let's
maze.
look at the mine.
Yeah.
The mines.
Merlin.
Let's go look at the mine.
The mines. Okay.
Do you remember where that is, Peter?
Nope, but I can follow.
That works. It's this way.
It's funny how I just know the direction.
Hang a right. Hang a roo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right here.
Amelia. Oh, Phantom Fire.
Yeah, I like the phantom fires. They're
Yes.
funny. They're everywhere.
Well, there we go.
Yes, Amelia sort of knows how to make them, but I still don't understand it.
Yeah, I do. They're hard, but it's a weird glitch.
I love this guy in the jail, the creeper head guy.
He's got a little bamboo stick, a little nightstick.
I'm in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the boo box and no one got it. But like no one could remember the boo box. I mean, you guys don't know what the boo box is.
I think we joked about it, didn't we?
Yeah,
You guys knew. I'm talking about Chi and Merlin. And
Oh.
nobody
Yeah, I
remembered the
had
boo
no
box.
idea what
Glenn
she was
Close,
talking
man.
about.
Glenn Close, the male pirate. Oh, I died
That's
up here.
Yes, you did.
I was poking
Yeah,
this
you
guy.
attacked the piglin.
Yeah, and then he
you
attacked
probably
me
shouldn't-
back.
you
The brute. What did you
Yeah,
expect?
well, he's an inmate,
I don't
man.
know.
He's hostile.
Yeah. There's a reason we made them brutes.
That's the one that killed you.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought the barrier was enough, but I was standing too close and he chopped me.
Story of my life. Peter dying dumb ways.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
I think it's funny. I hope you got it on camera.
We did. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So
I
the
think
mine, the mines are through here.
Hello, little guy.
Hello.
You want that?
Out of these carts.
This was
I
cool.
was
This was
trying
really
for
neat to
some-
realize
oh,
that
yeah,
this is
I
the
liked
back
dropping
side.
down here.
Yeah, I think this was a collaboration between Merlin, Chi, and Lucas.
Lucas did the stairs. The rest of it was QnA.
Yeah, having a descent is cool because there's so much traveling, north,
Sideways.
south, east, west.
Right.
Right, but to have the chance to have to drop way down. And then I think this is where we first spotted, maybe not where we first spotted this, but we had some good views of the bridges here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I like that they did this down here because of that. It's a good view.
This area actually was like hey, what if we put something down here? And then it kind of became a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like that
And
it's, it's got a different feel being low, like the beach,
It does.
instead of a floating island. And then, of course,
Yeah.
these stairs over here are so cool. I like these a lot, where you don't have to jump. And it
Well,
alternates like that.
Yeah, this kind of gave you an idea of where the village gets their currency, what they do. Like this, most of you think about piglins, they're obsessed with gold, so they have a gold mine.
Right.
Yep.
So it kind of made you feel like the village was real.
Right. They have more to it than just like people standing around.
Wandering around. Right.
NPCs.
Didn't I successfully knock you off this ladder?
You did.
Look at these piglins fight. They're pushing on each other. Oh, I'm sorry. I interrupted their playtime.
No.
They were fighting.
Come on, guys.
Be nice. It's the friendliest place on YouTube.
It
You're
is
not
the
supposed to be
friendliest
fighting.
place on YouTube.
Oh, but they were just playing, so let them play.
I'm excited to see it all from Ted's perspective. I like this
Oh, yeah.
car
Yeah.
or minecart.
Yeah, these were cute.
Because we heard everything, but seeing it is so much better.
Yeah,
Right.
it's definitely.
I'm
much
having
better.
a lot of fun putting music with it. Like every time that we open
yeah.
up the journal, it plays like that kind of spooky, sad music.
Yeah.
And like, yeah,
I'm
it's,
loving all of it.
it's been fun. And then I'm
did a
like,
really
oh, I
good
need some
job with
original
that.
music. Wait, I've got some from Archangler. I'll just throw some of that in there.
Yay!
Hooray for
Early
pre-existing original music. Oh, this is a cart too.
That's right. Yes. It's really funny.
I didn't realize this
the
was a
guys
cart when we went through it.
I thought it was a door.
Just a tunnel, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because when they built it, you couldn't get through, and I had to lift it so you guys could. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't have been able to come over here.
We'd have to swim through.
Yeah.
It does kind of look like a big rail that it's on.
Yeah.
Like a track. Or a road.
No, he's not dying.
Cool. So then,
No, you
then the
can't
next
leave.
place we
I
ended
don't
up
know why
was
he's
the was it the
And they can jump really high.
I think you guys ended up at the Bastion at that point, because if you guys already did the tree...
yeah, the Bastion
Oh,
was
yeah,
next.
the Bastion.
Gosh, that was hard.
Yeah.
We were there a long time trying to find those emeralds. It was fun though.
That was
Yeah.
a good amount of challenge, I thought.
Yeah. There was a trick to it that... Was it Ashes or Chi that made the trick to that? I think it was Chi.
The trick to what?
Solving the
Finding
Bastion.
your way through the Bastion.
Well, I actually cleaned it up quite a bit. He had it really hard, and it was
Yeah.
very confusing before. And he did a great job.
Oh, this was
with
a
all
fun
of this.
bit. Getting in the boats.
Yeah.
I totally spawned those brutes that, as you left, like the ones at the end.
Oh, that came
I
out and
totally
attacked
put
us?
those there. Yes.
Oh, that was great. That was a good ad lib. That was
Yeah.
some fun peril.
And I thought of that, like, when you found the second diamond, I was like, ooh, what if I just, like, quickly went there and spawned
Yeah,
some...
it was like last second he got that
Yeah.
idea and put it in chat, and we all loved it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when at first it was, I actually had to clean up a bunch of holes and stuff and make it a little less confusing, because when I came in here and tried to run it a couple of times, I got so lost and turned around. And I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is going to get frustrating, and they're going to be stuck in here forever.
I'm glad you
and
did
that's
a
not gonna
bit
be
because
fun.
it was about the right amount of confusing and maze-like.
Right.
When
And
we were in
that's
here.
the challenge of, like, one of the challenges of designing puzzles is, like, if you
Yeah.
know the solution, then you run the risk of making it too challenging because you're still trying to challenge
Right.
yourself.
But you have an unfair advantage.
Which is
Right.
where having a group of us where one of us works on it and then we ask the others to test it
Yep.
really shines through and
Yeah, for sure.
is super useful.
So you know
Exactly.
if it's
So-
intuitive yet challenging for someone who's fresh.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's
she
like all the
created it.
hardcore-
Well, she worked on it, and then I came through and ran it and
Yeah.
made sure that it wasn't like so bad that you guys were stuck in here for way too long.
Well, I love that I ended up falling and not dying, right? I hit the lava, which broke
Yeah.
my fall, and I got out and ate, and I didn't end up burning up.
And be thankful
I didn't know
we
that
got
happened.
rid of the magma cube spawner.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No, I've tackled a Bastion in survival and hard difficulty and in Bedrock on the Switch, and
They're not fun.
yeah, isolated I didn't just destroy it, but I isolated it so I could build a farm out of it later. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was a huge pain.
I think I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I do too. That was a good episode. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had me on my. You had me so worried in that episode,
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah, I'm sure.
like, he's-
I was
I'm
taking
like,
a
he's
lot of
gonna
risks.
die. You were running fast and loose. You would have really like got on Ted's nerves.
Yep, yep.
I'd have been physically hitting you. You know,
Yes.
it's surprising.
Peter,
We haven't
stop it!
actually resorted to that.
Not yet.
I mean, unless it was like, you know, in play with the tube.
Yeah, with the tube.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know how to
after,
get out of here
After
now.
this, we returned
It's
and we
over here.
gave Freya the diamonds. And then she made the diamond picks for us, where we were able to then... Oh, that's right. Then we could go through the obsidian on the other side of the withered rose.
I'm just gonna go backwards. 'cause
So now
I
we
love
make
that.
our way back to the withered rose and cross over to where that obsidian wall was that we had to
Yeah.
break through.
I'm stuck. Help.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you for the efficiency
obsidian
4, by the
boulder.
way, or efficiency 5.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Here's a
I didn't want you guys
plain
standing
diamond
there too
pickaxe. 10 hours later, we also made it 20 obsidian thick.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, and another last minute idea of mine,
cool
like
feature.
during the recording that I had, was adding another one of those at this bridge, like on the
Oh
other
yeah, I
side
saw
of the
you do
ship.
that so we didn't like leave the battle arena.
Yeah.
That was pretty smart. I liked that because it was like, okay, I know I'm
Yeah,
not supposed to run. Because the first time we got attacked, we were supposed to kind of like,
Run.
well, sort of.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. We were supposed to injure one of them, and then they had to leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was That
the
was for
cue
what?
was to injure me, and then everyone leaves.
This
Yeah.
maze was really cool.
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah?
wood ceiling.
Yeah, this maze and the that glass maze were both just like a really good amount of challenging.
Yeah, this maze took me a long time, and it was weird that I thought to do this. I don't even know why I did, because I had just finished completing Lucius's area, at least just the dragon head part, not the courtyard part, and I wanted
Oh, here's how big it is.
something else. I didn't
boy.
want you guys to be able to see it right away. I wanted that reveal moment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to think of a way to make that happen. And I thought, why not a maze? And then I thought, what about a hedge maze? And I'm like, would it be weird in the nether? I don't know. Let's do it anyway.
No, it felt good. It felt good to have a hedge maze.
Yeah. Very shining.
Peter, go through the door.
Yes.
Don't. Yeah. This view right
you guys
here
struggling.
Yeah, this was a
Walking into
big reveal
this-
too. Yep.
was just
Yes.
so cool. I love the
I love the
rods.
sword.
Oh, thank you.
The blaze rods is the teeth.
Yeah, the sword
the
and
sword
shield.
and stuck into the ground.
Like, I want that sword.
All the banner designs. Was that Ashes?
Nope, that's me.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, did we
I know
ever
Ashes
film
likes
this?
making banners, but that was
No, all the
that's really
banners
cool.
are me. Every banner that you see is me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this was the way that we came back after we did it. So there was a path that opened up.
Yes, that was intentional. I didn't want you to have to go through the maze again because we knew there was a fight here.
Right.
And so what we did was, I figured it would be kind of like magic. As you entered into the dragon to go fight the dragon, this would seal itself off and open up a new way for you to leave.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, that worked out great. It just felt right.
I didn't
Felt
even
intuitive
realize
to
that we
go
didn't
way,
go
yeah.
through the maze again.
Dude, this flame down here.
Yeah, this is really cool. The Smash Bros emblem right there.
And these teeth
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
eyes.
And fun fact about this, like, glass with fire under it. On the dress rehearsal we did with Danny and Amelia's son, I decided, like, ender pearling off the top would be my entrance.
Oh,
and
no.
I ender pearled right into the middle and fell in.
Oh,
and
no.
They had to pause and get me out.
Yeah.
I think it's on Danny's video of it, if you guys want to see it.
That's
Yeah, I fell into it.
hilarious.
I fell into. And then we thought it to get like, okay, Merlin fell in, I fell in. Let's give them a little bit of a bumper so they can't fall in.
I think you fell in, didn't
Yeah.
you?
I fell in too
I-
at some
Yeah, he
point. It
did.
was like in
He
between
did.
recording sessions. I jumped over a. Or no, it was after we
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
And then I couldn't get back out because there were all the fences.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This
go
room
in the
here
dragon.
took forever to suss out how I
Yeah.
wanted it to look.
I bet.
Because we had the exterior of this build done, like, that was one of the first things we even did.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
sometimes the
On
last
our
thing that
testing
shows
world.
up is like the first thing that you build.
Yeah. And
This
This is cool the way
Yeah.
these fire is like a pyramid, but also it
yes.
travels away from you in that third dimension, you know? Like stairs.
this was the original was
Oh,
just
here.
a lava fall back here.
Yes.
But
Oh.
when I rebuilt it on this one, I had already done so many lava falls. I wanted something else. And since Ashes was going to be doing redstone, he needed solid blocks,
Oh,
and the lava was going to be potential hazardous, so I compromised and did that instead.
So this is where the redstone really queued up and triggered, because when we put the correct things inside,
redstone-
it did a comparator, and then
Yes.
Yeah,
the
that was so
redstone was
cool,
for
the
this
way that there
door.
were keys. Oh, yeah, I can actually peek a little bit of redstone in there.
Mm-hmm. And then the tree had redstone as well.
Right.
Yes. I think that's the only redstone we had.
These guys
Yeah,
are
the
so
tree and
cool.
this.
Command blocks.
yeah, and if we hadn't had like super armor, I would have totally stolen some of that netherite gear.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought
We
this was super
probably would've
clever how you guys did this
said
portal
no to
thing,
that.
because it takes you into the overworld, but it still felt like it was in the nether.
Right.
Yes,
It was
that
just the
was-
end portal room.
Yeah, because we couldn't put an end portal in the nether.
Yeah, the
so
only
we
thing
had
that gave
to
it
do
away
that.
is that if you have show coordinates on, and it's all of a sudden we're at 7,000, 30,000.
And the beds.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you
well, the
can
beds.
actually, since you're in creative, Peter, you can fly into the lava and just like fly straight up, and you'll actually come outside to the overworld.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at that. It's
Yeah.
whoa. Oh, whoa. Weird.
We're in the jungle.
And then
Yeah,
I
we
forget
are.
What this command? Oh yeah, I have it so creepers don't spawn and
Hey, look,
Oh,
there's
stuff up.
raiders.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
some
really?
we got some bad guys.
Haha. I got
Wow, this feels very behind the scenes.
yes.
That's cool. And then we went through the end
And-
portal, and you guys had changed some stuff out in that.
Oh
Look at
yeah,
this view.
that
Now
was
this-
all me.
the dragon fight was all Merlin.
Yes, I spent a while on it, and I
I'll get
banned
out.
people from the end once the dragon was in, because yeah,
This room with the crying obsidian is cool.
Yeah.
I've tried building
Yeah.
stuff on this platform where you come into the end before, and it's like
Yeah,
it
you
will
have to do
rewrite
it
certain blocks
outside.
with air.
yeah.
And so you have to be
do it
careful.
outside a certain radius, and I kind of panicked because I think it was on the dress rehearsal. I had these shulker boxes down there, and then when they came in, the shulker boxes obviously disappeared.
Right, yeah, they're overwritten
I'm
with
like,
air
Well, this is where we
blocks.
stored a bunch of our stuff because we were afraid we were going to die. There are a whole
Yeah.
bunch of the books are here.
The bucket helm,
Oh yeah,
the
Oh
bucket,
yeah,
the
what do you
mop.
guys think about that? Oh, the naming of the
Oh, that was
clothes.
fantastic.
I loved it.
Those
it was
were
just
hilarious.
so much like inside joke basement goodness.
is there a riptide
Yeah.
trident handy? I want to show you.
I felt
guys.
so smart when I figured out the whole like launch up with the tridents and shoot.
I know
Yeah.
I had practiced with the
I-
tridents, and then I
You
forgot
guys
about
totally
it over the course of the.
cheesed that though, because you were supposed to like jump down into the towers that I made, like
Oh.
the full bedrock ones, and then riptide out.
See, I knew that Riptide worked in the rain. I didn't realize you could Riptide from little
Yeah,
patches of
yeah.
water. So once I
Which is
figured that
why
out, I was like,
asked
oh,
you
but by that
guys
point, I think
to
we'd already.
practice tridents and research, but
I like these
obviously you-
pokies. Yeah, we
you-
ended
you
up
guys
using
did
the
okay, though.
the shulker enemies to float up,
yeah, I mean, creative solutions.
right? And then I broke some rule. What was it?
You were
I'm not sure.
I
breaking
don't
through the
remember.
iron on the bottom.
Oh
or something
yeah,
like
no
that.
breaking blocks. Yep. I
Yeah.
would break through the iron
Yeah,
gate
you-
here and then just attack.
Yeah, and I think the dragon might have broken some of these, which in testing it could not break iron.
Really?
But it
Yeah.
found a way. Life finds a way.
Yeah, but it.
That's right, just like frogs.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
This
But
was
fun
good. I
fact
mean, it
about
felt a
the
little
shulkers-
long for people watching us do it live. I know that when people
Yeah.
watching on the channel, it will feel punchy and not stale.
Yes.
So that was my only problem with the fight taking a while. I didn't mind personally. I just didn't want.
It felt really fun and epic for me, and there was plenty of action happening.
Right. I just didn't want it to feel boring for you guys. You know, after you sit through 5 hours of Ted and I joking and getting lost, and then we're trying to fight the dragon, and we're not very good. What
Oh,
was
it
the
was
difficulty
fine.
level set at?
I don't know.
Same as the basement realm, so I think that's hard.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, the dragon took a fair bit. I mean, the dragon's not ultra hard. She takes a fair bit of damage. It's getting rid of the healing crystals that's hard.
But you
yeah.
had my parents' stuff, so you're good.
Yeah, and those were good weapons. Yep.
Why is there no water in here? There should be water in
The
that
dragon
one.
was despawning the water with breath.
Oh yeah, and I noticed someone was running around refilling it too.
That would have
Okay.
probably been Chi.
Yeah, because Chi actually spawned some shulkers in on my request.
I knew those were coming back.
There
I was
were-
like,
yeah.
I'm clearing these things out, but there are more.
Yeah, I'm
Come
glad.
on.
I'm glad for that because
Yeah.
I didn't want.
Because I couldn't get the spawners to work right, because there's a few like mob spawners underneath the ground here in a few places with shulker spawn eggs, but they wouldn't work properly. So
It's my new field of
Yeah.
view test.
Peter's trying the zoom function on the Switch.
oh
And
gosh,
it's really bad.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I
just
have
put it
Little
normal.
Indian code.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, these
Oh,
were
you
tough.
can't throw a
Trying to
dragon in
parkour
there.
up the outside of these was tough.
Yeah, I made those tougher on purpose. 'cause
Right. It always felt like it was
if it
trying
was
to get
just
around a corner
normal
was
dragon
tough.
Fight, it would have been too easy.
Like
So
a jump from here to here was the
Yep,
Yeah,
still
we
can't
really
do it.
wanted
The
the
hard
end
one to
fight
hit,
to
right?
be epic.
Yep.
yeah, and it took so much testing. Like I had to like place blocks because I had a very limited palette to use because the dragon broke pretty much anything
Sure.
except bedrock, obsidian, and the iron. Whatchamacallit.
Yeah, the
So-
iron gates.
Gates.
Bars.
Yeah.
Cool. So then
I
we
pretty much
defeated the
built these
dragon,
3 blocks.
and then we had the dragon egg, but then it was the big battle.
Oh, this is the last
Yes.
place I
Peter
set
just
my
died.
spawn
We're-
to. Well, I didn't
Yeah, we're all
die.
going to be different
Oh.
Merlin,
places.
if you want to transfer them, I didn't go in there, so you guys can come out here and just teleport.
To where?
Oh,
I'm-
it's all right.
I'm
We're,
not-
we're
I'm-
close enough. We're getting back
Oh,
to
okay.
the
I mean, the ship, right?
Lucius. Well, we came out into Lucius's palace,
I
and they chased
I
us into the
spawned on
battle.
top of the
Freya
maze.
was being attacked, and I killed.
Right away.
into one.
That was great.
We were like, cut.
We gotta do that again.
I would like to say that I called that.
I
Yeah,
was just
you
like,
did.
I was like, she's like the only friend that we have, and you're
Yeah.
threatening her. Like, I have a trident. I'm
Yeah.
going to throw it.
Death.
Yes.
You're going
Yeah.
the wrong way. Where are you
Yeah,
trying to go?
Where am I
Straight
trying
this
to go?
way. Now take a right.
Teleport you.
Now
Yeah,
take a
just
left.
teleport him to me. That would make it easier.
Down. Whoa.
There we go.
Oh, that
Oh,
works. yeah.
hi.
Hello. So yeah, this is where the battle started.
Yeah.
Chased us to the withered
Oh,
rose.
right, because we woke up in our beds after we jumped into the end portal and
And they
came
were
out this
like,
way.
Yes, you got the dragon
Yeah.
egg for us. And I was like,
And they
I
had
sort of
Freya
saw
up
that
here.
one coming. They were using us.
Yeah, we did their bidding.
Yeah, I told Chi when he did the dialogue, I said, you do realize that there is a very high possibility that when they see me be in trouble, they're
They'll
gonna
just
do the hero
attack.
thing and they just attack. And they're like, no, it'd be fun. I'm like, okay.
Also, when you decided to go into the captain's quarters while you were fighting us, I was struggling so hard to not just like go in there and take the wither skeleton and skulls and like leave. 'Cause
Yeah.
that would totally have been in character, but it would have messed up where we wanted the story to go. And
Right,
obviously,
yeah.
that would have been a you lose situation, and that's the end of the game.
Well, yeah.
I can't
I mean, I
wait.
thought it might have been like the solution, right? Like, well, we got the key to the
Yeah.
door, so maybe we just have to get in before they have a chance to.
And that's valid
Mm-hmm.
thinking,
Yeah.
but it made me really struggle. Like, do I break?
Yeah,
The
do I break
story
character
and
and
Go
just
in
keep fighting them,
character,
or
do I break character and fight them?
Yeah.
Either one would have worked out because you
Yeah.
could have killed him and he still would have dropped the skulls.
So
'Cause
speaking
you
of the
were supposed to
captain's
die
quarters,
anyway.
that's the next spot where we went, and I feel like we broke some redstone that was in there, and I was kind of curious what it was supposed to be doing.
The
Nothing.
redstone in there was
it's
just like bloody.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay, cool. I was like,
Yeah, because
it was just the
broke a few
dust.
things while I was fighting Peter in there.
so yeah, let's go to the
all the
captain's quarters. I want to
campfires
see
are
it
lit.
again.
Why are the campfires lit? When did that happen?
Peter, did
It
you light one of the
happened during
campfires?
quest.
No.
And now they're all.
I think because I tried to set one of them on fire with a fire charge near enough to this that I think it lit all the campfires.
Oh, whoops.
Wonderful.
Well, just don't do that to your bridge over on the other side.
Well, fire spread is off, so it won't
Oh,
Like,
good.
light everything on fire.
All right.
Burn it
That's
down.
like the most important
The
setting.
captain's
So when-
quarters.
There's an exception to that.
I loved the captain's quarters. I loved seeing the skeleton on the
Yeah.
bed.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Cassius.
I wish I could hide the item frames, but that was the best I could do.
Yeah,
No, that was great.
we don't have Java. So did you guys actually read through all the credits?
Yeah, we did.
Uh-huh.
I think we read through them all, even on the recording.
Yeah, I didn't. It didn't seem like you went through all the pages. Or
Oh, maybe we
not read
didn't.
them
I don't
out
know.
loud, but
I don't remember, to be
Well, go-
honest.
go
I was
through
so
again, I'll tell
excited
ya.
about the whole thing.
yeah.
I'll tell you if we
But-
missed something. Actors. Yep, I remember reading.
When you
through
guys
that.
thought that Freya died, what were you thinking?
I was like, oh, that stinks, but Mimir died, so I wasn't like,
Yeah, it wasn't impossible, right? But it didn't feel like
Right.
the right ending. You know, it felt like the kind of story where it's best served by a legit happy ending.
Yeah. Well,
happy-ish.
For the longest time, Freya did die, and I told Chi that I didn't like that and that we needed to change it, so we changed it last minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the original plan was for that.
Yeah.
Realm operators.
Dress rehearsal beta testers. Did we do that? Puzzle inspiration? Oh, Tango Tech. don't
Impulse
remember that.
SV.
Yeah.
I must have like zoomed through.
Yeah, Tango
I
Tech
think
and
you did.
Impulse are the ones that created the game you guys played in the tree. It's
Ah,
their
okay.
brainchild.
Yes.
And I wanted to make sure they got credit.
Oh, and Mr. Suitman 676. That's your son.
Hmm.
Okay.
It's cool. Material gatherers.
I do remember
Wow.
Material Gatherers, some reference to that, right? To Lucas, because he had done a lot of grinding.
My guess
Oh
is
my
Peter
gosh,
was
he-
probably like talking as I was reading.
That could be. So you were reading silently?
I remember reading this page
Yes.
with the Muffin Tops
Yeah,
games.
the roommates and ups and downs of the project.
Yes.
Aww.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, we did read that. I don't know if we read it out loud.
I missed that one
I don't know
page
if we
with
even
the
did it on
Hermit
camera.
Craft credits. But we can always put that in this video.
Correctamundo.
Correct
That's why I
world.
pointed it out. So we make sure everyone gets the credit they deserve. with this
Absolutely. This was awesome. Well,
And
are
I
there
guess I
any
get
final
snowballed
things you
too.
wanted to say about this build and about the story?
project.
Well, that I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad
Yeah,
you guys
it was
did.
so
It was a
much
lot
fun.
of work, and
Entire thing was fun, even though it was stressful at times.
I mean, good things are difficult, right? Something that's special usually requires some sort of sacrifice, and it is difficult.
Yeah.
If it were easy, then you could just crank out 10 of these in a week, and it wouldn't be that special.
Right, it would be just
Right.
run of the mill.
yeah.
Yep.
It was. What was great about it is the team that we ended up with
Yes.
was worked very well together, and we never got offended if somebody didn't like something that somebody said
Yeah.
or an idea they might have had. Everyone was okay with the word no or the word yes.
That's
and
good.
sometimes that's
Yeah.
not the case. Like if I had to tell Chi that something in his story didn't quite work and we needed to figure another way, he wasn't like, no, I'm the writer, this is the way it'll be. We all worked together to try to figure out a solution to make it where it flowed better or made sense.
That's cool.
And
I mean,
same
in a,
with
in a
builds,
group
some-
creative endeavor, like everybody has to have a certain amount of thick skin
Yeah, because if you're
Yes.
gonna, things will need to be said, and if you're not willing to say things that need to be said, then the project suffers for it.
Yeah.
It does.
Or
It
hear
does.
things that need to be said.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
but yeah, but that I actually enjoyed all of this. I don't know a lot of the technical things, so that's why 90% of what was built was what I did, and everybody else did all of the other cool stuff like the redstone and the story and the dragon fight, and we also had help with a lot of the builds, but my main thing was these buildings. Like this entire village 100% was me, except for some interiors.
Wow.
Yeah, she did
It's
such a big
3 or 4 interiors.
undertaking.
It's so cool the way that everyone brought
Wait,
like
what's on top of that? Turn around.
a specific skill set.
What's up here?
This
Yeah.
is the staging area. This is where
Oh,
we
shulker
actually-
boxes. Yeah.
Oh,
This is cool.
We have
Very
the
behind the
props.
scenes.
stories and everything.
Yep,
costumes.
this is where. Basically. Yeah, we have our gear, and everyone had their own like stuff that they had to have.
Yeah, and extra things.
That's so
like
cool.
name tags
Well
for
stocked.
different mobs.
What kind of
This
things would
is our
Lucas keep
mailbag
in
to
his?
you guys.
Yeah. Lucius sure was OP in the final battle. He kept eating so many golden apples. I thought, are we supposed to actually defeat him?
I know. I was kind of wondering that too. I was like, geez, you know we can't damage you when you're eating a golden apple. Ooh,
I
books.
think he was doing that because you guys were damaging him, because he didn't. His thing was he could not die until it was time.
Right. You have to make it last the right amount of time, and the other characters have to be where they're supposed to be and everything.
So we were actually doing too good of a job.
To make sure of that too.
That's right.
Why is this
If he
door
was
here?
eating golden apples, that means he was needing to eat them so that you guys didn't kill him before necessary. Because if you kill the main character or the main bad guy too soon,
Oh, we got this.
then But yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Wow.
did great. I loved that last fight. I can't wait to see that on camera, because I can't imagine what it looks like in editing, because I had to fight Lucas off while you guys ran, and I'm not a PvPer, but I think I held my own, because I was meant to fall off the bridge, but I wasn't meant to die right away.
Right. What is in here? Dye water?
Yeah, what is that?
You can dye water in a cauldron.
That must be what it is.
Yes, you can. It's to dye leather gear, so we would dye the leather gear.
Oh, right on.
I was like, is that pee?
Here we witnessed the only water possible in the Nether.
Yeah, in a cauldron.
Which,
By
is
the
in a
way,
cauldron, that's
I'm
right.
glad I just thought of this, but I wanted to mention huge props to you guys for being willing to react to the fact that we needed to record episode 1 a second time.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And resetting everything was, I'm sure, a surprise and a chore, and but it turned out for the better.
Oh, so much. I think I might upload the bad version, because I think I still have it. I'll upload the bad version to Patreon so you can see just how disgusting it is. It looks so bad.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Plus then, patrons being able to see our first initial reactions could be fun too.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good thing to do, and of course also making sure they understand that that's why a second recording was done for the. I didn't realize it had gone that bad. I can't wait to see it.
Yes.
That interests me a little bit, like how those things can happen.
Is like, have you ever do you remember flip phones? Do you remember recording videos on flip phones?
Yeah.
It looked almost that bad.
Oh no.
Like we filmed it with a
just
potato.
like tons of like
That's
particulates
horrible.
and ugh.
So you recorded it with like a camcorder and then you uploaded it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very much like digital.
Yeah, digital
Artifacting.
weird
Yeah.
fragments.
Remember the wheel?
Yeah.
Dude,
I actually showed this, the very first episode, to my IT manager at work, and he and his son have played Breath of the Wild, and he doesn't really watch video games much, but I showed him y'all's channel, and he did subscribe, by the way.
ooh.
Very nice.
But he loved it. He thought it was so cool. His son had to explain to him what Skyblock was, because he doesn't play Minecraft either, but he absolutely loved that first episode.
Oh, cool.
Somebody
Very
who
good.
doesn't but loved it.
That's cool. That's good to hear too.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. This has been super, super fun to get the behind the scenes and to learn the thought processes and kind of all the work that went into it. I'm sure we just scratched the surface of the amount of work
Right.
that went into this. But thank you guys so much for taking us on a tour of the legend of Captain Cassius. That was super cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
And, guys, I just wanted to say just real quick before you go, this was basically our mailbag to you.
Yes, very much so.
Instead of giving you guys something that we could buy at a store, this is kind of like, we really wanted this to be our gift to you guys.
Oh, well, thank you.
Like an appreciation for so many stories of like people meeting each other from just because of you guys is astonishing.
I moved in with a basement dwelling.
I know.
There's no topping that for me.
No, that's a big one. But there have been many stories, some told and some untold, and it's surprising and it's humbling to us. But we love it. We sort of hoped that was one of the things that we hoped for the basement, that it would actually make some real difference in real people's lives in some way, however that would work, despite the fact that we're just being goofy and playing games. And it really has happened. So it's a neat thing.
Yeah, well, this is our gift to you guys. So thank you so much for playing it and having a blast and being patient with us when you need it to be and taking time out of your busy schedule to, tour with us.
Well, absolutely. It was our pleasure. In the basement. We wanted to just take a quick second and say thank you to all of our patrons and members and subscribers over on Twitch. You guys are really making a big difference because while the basement is a place that we just want to be able to have fun and make great content, more importantly, it's about helping people have a sense of connection and a safe, awesome, friendly place to go when they're hanging out on the internet. Your commitments make it possible for us to expand the reach of the basement through all the different channels and all the different content that we're making. Thank you for helping the basement be the friendliest place in the universe. In the basement.